We can anywhere.
You're muted.
Shower both of our bodies. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? We live. Okay. We live. You can't hear me? Hold up. Can you hear me now?
So hey, we're having some technical difficulties, so give us like 10 seconds and we'll be right back.
Oh Lord. Man. Well. Said if y'all don't mind.
Unmute your fucking your thing.
I did. I'm sitting there talking. I'm like, you can't hear me?
I can't hear shit.
No, I unmuted it. It's unmuted. If you think you hear me?
I see we singing today.
We got a little Bobby Womack playing in the back. What's up, gang?
Gang.
We back up in this jump.
Well, we apologize for the slight technical difficulties. Actually, what the problem was, I had the volume down on my computer.
I had mine muted.
Oh, well. Touche.
Ah.
So, thank you all for coming and joining in, jumping up in this with us. Let's kick it off.
So, like we said last week, this week's topic was going to be about relationships. And when do you know you have something good or not?
What do you even want? Do you know what you want in a mate? Do you know?
That's a general question. She's not asking me.
Well, I'm asking you too. What do you want in a mate?
Because
you don't have one. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You got Ming Lee, Chow Lee.
No, Kim Lee and Ruth Ann are no longer in my life, okay? It's all about Betty. BMF.
Woman to woman.
BMF.
What's that mean?
Blowing money fast. You read the post. Y'all read the post. But no, seriously, I just want somebody that can communicate and want to grow as a unit and not even individually, but together, grow together and lift each other up. I mean, I don't mind taking care of somebody, but like in time of need, like in sickness and all that kind of stuff. But if you able-bodied and you can work, why not work so we can have more stuff to, together? It don't make any sense. But anyway, that's just my take. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody that can communicate and understand where I'm trying to go with personal goals and all that good stuff. For real.
Okay. So let's just say you get all of that.
Mm-hmm.
First let's back up. Have you had anyone who possessed those qualities?
I'm going to use some of y'all words. They had potential.
Whose words?
Women, y'all always talk about somebody got potential. I was with a couple of people who had potential, but it just didn't work out. But it is what it is.
Okay, fair enough. So let's just say you get this person with all of those qualities, right? Mm-hmm. Or the women that you've had in the past that possessed qualities, let's just say they were close to those qualities. You know what I'm saying? As close to that as you can get. Mm-hmm. How did you lose them?
Me as an adult, not mature, still doing the stuff that I was doing. I was 18 and 19. So I'll be the first to say I know I haven't been the best in a relationship. But as you get older, you see the error in your ways. I know that sounds cliche, but you do. And you think about all the people that you have had relationships with that could have flourished and turned into something, and you just blew it. So, and they say, I'm sorry, they say women mature faster than men. It's true in some cases, but but overall, yeah, it was just a maturity thing.
So I know in the past we talked about the female that has the idea of just staying at home, being the housemaker, the homemaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not even necessarily the mother. So we're not even talking about someone who is having children. We're just talking about somebody that just wants to be in the home.
Mm-hmm.
So would that ever be a possibility for you?
Well, it's funny because I've spoken to people in just conversation about how they could live off one income. But here's the key. You have to change your lifestyle.
Okay.
So if you want to still be able to go on trips and party and go out to nice restaurants and do all that kind of stuff on one income, it's going to be give and take on some of that stuff. Unless you want to go to work and then we can do all the stuff that we want to do.
Okay. So with the partying and the going out and the clubs and all that, wouldn't you say that we usually do that to find a mate?
Well, not necessarily every time.
Because a lot of people do. I mean, you know, I don't like clubs anyway.
We don't
socialize, you know, back in my younger days, before I was, you know, thinking about, you know, anything long term, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go out and okay, let's see who's gonna be the victim this weekend. Ooh. Right? So I'm just saying, like, you know, leaving that out. So that let's just say she doesn't like to go out and club, and she has no problem sitting in and just, you know, making the meals and rubbing your feet and rubbing your back and, you know, doing all the little things that a happy homemaker does.
Hey.
Are you willing to give up some of those extra things for that?
Well, as far as like what I'm looking for in a person, it's not a lot on the list as far as like all, because some people have a laundry list of stuff, and just like realistically, it's not gonna happen. But I think if they're missing one or two of those things on the list, I mean, I could compromise, and I could, because like if they're willing to do what they say they're gonna do until they prove me wrong, then I mean I'm cool with it. But I just, you know, I'm just a firm believer in like people growing together, and I don't understand how somebody can go into a relationship expected to not have to work or anything like that. Like even my parents, my mom and my stepdad, they both worked until they retired. So, and they, you know, got stuff together. I mean, it's a case by case. It all depends on how much money I'm making a year. It's just so many factors that tie into that part, because I know what I make now ain't enough for me. So I can't, Mm-mm.
So I'm gonna just tell you, I heard what you said about your mom, about my auntie and uncle, but I'm gonna tell you what my dad said. So my dad says, he is, but that's a whole topic for later on. You understand about those theories, right? But my dad's theory, what he always says, is a woman should never have to work.
That's good. That's cool. Some people think that way.
You know, I mean, everybody's got their own thing, but he says a woman should never have to work. Now, if she chooses to work, great, right? But she should never have to work. And if she's married and with a man,
right?
Because in his mind, his idea of a man, again, going back to where he how he came up, you know what I mean? A man is the protector and the provider. Now, I had conversations with a lot of people about what protector and provider meant, what it means. And so many people have such different interpretations of those words. And for me, I know for me to get full satisfaction of what that means, providing does not necessarily mean with money or things, because I was raised to be self-sufficient. I'm going to go and do those things on my own anyway, just because, well, first of all, I like doing it. Number two, I never want someone to have an opportunity to throw something in my face and say what you did for me, or you wouldn't be this if it weren't for me, or you wouldn't have this if it was not for me. So I guess it's kind of an ego thing for me. Like, I will not let you have that power over me. And then the second thing is, you know, as far as providing, you know, if I'm married to you, we shouldn't be keeping tabs, right? No one should be keeping score. You know, I can have my separate little stash over here. You can have your stash over here, but let's make sure that this stash in the middle gets taken care of and attended to.
Right.
Now, protecting, it doesn't always mean to me, now this is to me, protecting in a physical stance. But I think in order for me to feel like the man is actually being what I need him to be, that protecting means protecting my physical, protecting my mental, right? My emotional, my spiritual, my dreams, you know, protect every sense of the word and every sense of my being in order for me to feel fulfilled. And then in my world, if I'm getting that, you'll get whatever. I mean, the sky's the limit.
All right, that's cool to know. But like I say, your dad, he old school, and some people think that way to this day. Even I know people younger than me that feel that way. And then once they get dumped, they feel the effects of doing all that, and you were giving and take care of all the bills, and they just stacked their money up, and then they flexed on you, and then you just hold the bag.
I went there, I've been there, done that. But you know what? Here's the thing about that. Let them stack, let them build, and let them floss. Because at the end of the day, when you're gone, your absence will be felt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that money cannot take the place of that person. I don't care how much you have. If that person was really genuine and really held you down, none of that other stuff that you have, none of those side pieces or none of those friends, none of those material things are going to be able to give you what you lost. And
That's
you will be haunted.
That's true.
Real talk.
Gang, gang.
So getting on over to the next topic on it. So come on, you got the next one. What's the next one?
What is the next one?
I don't know. Sex.
Oh, that's in the relationship. That's gotta be going on. I'm sorry.
She gives you everything. She's the perfect woman. She's the trophy girl. She's beautiful. She's intelligent. She works. She contributes. You never have to ask for anything. And she does all those little things. Little things behind the closed door, behind the curtain. But
hey, y'all may be getting invitations. but oh, I heard a but.
It ain't as good as you want it to be.
Oh, we can try. We can try to we gonna work it out. They got books for that. They got books for it. They got books for it.
Are we sure?
Man, it all depends. It all depends on how bad it is because I just can't. I don't care. I can't. I can't do it.
So she can be everything you've ever wanted, but if the sex is not good, you can't stay.
Because I ain't gonna do nothing but cheat. So I'm just gonna be honest. If she gives everything is great, and that sex is a subpar, somebody else gonna have to fill those needs. I'm just gonna have to pray on it. I'm gonna have to pray on it, man. I'm gonna have to pray on it. I shouldn't be feeling like this, but it's the truth.
I just need to reach over and hit you.
Why you gonna do that to me, gang? I'm just telling you. If it's everything,
but you know what? This is the part that is disturbing. Okay. Because y'all are not the only people that can be like that.
Okay.
Because women are like that too.
Yeah.
You know, you got some women that it needs to be like this. Some women need to be like this. Some women, they don't even want that. They want something else.
They're not trying to lose no kidney. That's why.
You know, just saying. There's some women just don't want men. They want another woman. That's all.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, but I don't know. I'm just gonna say this. I don't think sex is the deal breaker. There's so what? Back up. So you got what's the new one's name? Betty Sue.
Betty, right. Betty M. Franklin.
Oh, Betty Franklin. Okay, Miss Betty. Nasty.
I met her playing bingo.
Okay, so you and Miss Betty are together, and somehow, some way, something happens where it's a physical ailment, a sickness.
I'm gonna take care of Betty.
Can't happen anymore, though. But up until that point, it was the bomb.com.
Yeah. Sometimes good things come to an end.
So are you telling me
we ain't married? Are we married? Are you saying
we're married?
We married? Okay, no. Now here's the thing. I'm really big on this. Like when I get married, I just want to get married once. I don't want to get married twice or whatever, more than once. And if my wife did something that was outside of the marriage, like that would be the only way that I would leave, because you broke our vows. But if it's something like small, minor, then we can work through it, get counseling, whatever the case may be. But if you cheat on me and you're supposed to be my wife, that's it. I just say I'm not gonna do it. But to answer your question, if I'm with somebody, I'm married, and then the sex was great in the beginning, and then something happens where it just fell off because of some kind of medical issue or whatever, they got sick and bedridden, can't, whatever. I'm gonna take care of my wife, for better or worse, through sickness and health, whatever it is, quasi. They'll do us part.
So what you gonna do about the sex?
I'm just gonna have to just get through it.
How you gonna get through it?
I mean, I gotta get creative with my imagination, I guess.
Okay.
I wouldn't cheat on my wife. No, I wouldn't cheat on my wife. I just would. I've seen too many women go through so much stuff with husbands and stuff like that growing up, and that's just something in my mind. I stand by that. I talk a lot of stuff, and whatever. But I have values, and I just wouldn't want anybody to go through what I've seen people go through in my life. And that's just bottom line on that.
Okay, so we're gonna end it. Let's wrap it up. Top 3 things you look for in a woman.
Woman who can hold.
Wait. Top 3 things you think men look for in women.
Well, I can't speak for every man, but we definitely want somebody that's independent, that's not depending on us all the time. They can go out and they can make a decision on their own. Someone that can communicate, and that's easy on the eye. I mean, looks are important too. They're easy on the eye. Communication and independent, that's simple. And you notice I didn't even say nothing about the sex.
Okay, that's because you're gonna be messing around.
No, don't do me like that. Gang, gang. Do me like that.
But I'll say this:
It's better.
the only problem I have with everything you said is the easy on the eye, because you guys can have that expectation for us. But have you seen some of the men we've been when we choose? There's some beautiful women out there, and they take some ragamuffin men.
But that's where it comes in with them trying to help build them back up.
We
don't know. We don't know what the man's been through. He could have been through a terrible relationship, and she's picking him up from his bootstraps and trying to rebuild him
through the birth canal and look rough.
Oh my goodness.
Let's just put it. And communication, me and y'all are not the best at that. So don't have expectations of a female that you are not willing and capable of giving yourself. So if you want someone to communicate with you, then you got to be able to communicate as well. And the thing about it is, sometimes it's you have to learn how to communicate with each other. Everybody's going to have a different way of communicating that's effective, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to learn that person's love language, right?
Right.
So for women, that's another thing. So we like security, and that doesn't necessarily mean financial security,
right.
But we like to feel safe. You know, there is nothing more enduring than having your man, hold you, or that he's going to hold you down. Bottom line, you come in from a rough day, he actually genuinely cares about what you went through. Right? That communication thing, absolutely. Got to talk about it. It doesn't matter what's going on, you got to talk about it. If you don't like what's going on in the bedroom, you got to discuss it. Hey, I ain't like that. Let's do this. Maybe let's try that. Or would you mind if we did, that easy on the eye? Yeah, that's all good. Again, but we like easy on the heart, easy on the soul. I think women, we look for the tenderness, the gentle part of the guy.
Yeah.
The inside, because, some of us have had some rough looking characters, but they've been the most genuine souls on the earth. You know what I mean? And still, the relationship didn't work.
Right.
So anyway, all right. Well, that's all I have. Next week. Gang. Next Wednesday, 7:00. Join us here again. We will be back. We were supposed to have a guest today. Unfortunately, they were running a little bit behind. We will have them on next week. So be ready. Get your questions. Get in that chat box. Drop down your questions. Drop your comments. We may be able to jump back on tomorrow and respond to some of the comments depending on timing. All right. Until then.
Gang.